waiting for this for years, and the areas and the places that they are striking are meant to destroy infrastructure for what America needs, which is what? Oil. We are getting ready to see the most increase in gas pricing and in the cost of everything, more so than we have ever seen in our entire lives. And we're getting ready to send in ground troops. Iran has been planning this for years, decades, and they know exactly what to strike in order to hurt us the most. Friends, we are not going to come out of this. You think inflation has been bad? Just wait. We have about 2 to 3 weeks before it hits us in the absolute worst way. I hope you're ready. Here we go.
There is now an increasing possibility of the United States returning to an all-out Middle East war after tonight's strikes, according to Fox News. Israel says the United States is preparing for a far more intense next phase of its military campaign against Iran in the coming days, with operational plans fully finalized and awaiting Trump's approval after Netanyahu's closed meeting today. Iran themselves has already come out and stated that they are fighting a full-scale war against the United States. We were originally told this war with Iran was going to be a few days turned into a few weeks, and now we are going on 4 months. If this is true and we return to an all-out war in the Middle East, we are going to be in this for years.
We told you. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekakwadash. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. Full-scale war imminent between America and Iran. We warned you that this was coming. This is the will of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, the Heavenly Father. All right. In order to gather the nations for this great war to come. All right. Matthew 24 and verses 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world? And that end of the world will come at the hand of the destruction of Esau, Edom, and Babylon. All right? And it will be a transition of power between Esau and Jacob. All right? 2nd Esdras chapter 6 and verses 7 tells us, Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting asunder of times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? He said unto me, From Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born to him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So Esau has led us to the end of this age, all right, and his brethren, the small heads, even not a Jew, okay, led America into this great war, just as prophesied by the Lord, okay, Jeremiah 49 and 20, and it reads, Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, that he has taken against Edom, and his purposes that he has purpose against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. Okay? So the least of the flock is these Israelis. Okay? And they led America into this war, into this trap. Alright? As I brought out in the lesson this weekend. Alright? They're into this trap They're not going to be able to get out. All right, full-scale war is imminent. All right, okay. As I've spoken, we're headed to the Great War of Armageddon. All right.
The past couple of hours today, July 20th, 2026, as we're hearing that the president of Iran has announced full-scale war is about to take place. It's about to be underway, and we need to all brace for the consequences of what is about to come. Let's go ahead and take a look at the latest headlines so that way you can see it for yourself. You can see here just in, Iran's president Pezeshkian says that Iran is in a full-scale war with the United States. This coming out just a couple of hours ago. Ghalibaf, one of the leaders for Iran, he says Americans keep bringing new military equipment to the region and claim that they're after stopping the war. They bet on our intelligence being as brief as their own IQ. We've reached the stage of mastery in recognizing these American games, and on a basis we prepared ourselves. Actions must confirm claims, not contradict them. You can see this coming out just a little while ago today, and you can see here breaking Iran's foreign ministry on Trump planning to invade Kharg Island. Many people on Kharg Island are counting down the minutes to finally meet the American soldiers. They're saying, preparing for all-out full-scale war announced today. And you can see the headlines coming out today. Pezeshkian tells Iranians to brace for the consequences of a full-scale war with the United States. Not only are we no longer in the MOU, but they are saying this is not a minor war, this is not tit-for-tat escalation. They're preparing to pull out all the stops to escalate this to full scale. Now, man, let me know your thoughts in the comments, because for the 9th straight night in a row, we have seen the United States pummeling Iran with attacks. We're hearing we're degrading their capabilities, yet they're saying they're prepared for all-out full-scale war. Now, take a look. You can see this coming out from Carolyn Leavitt from the White House. The U.S. military on Sunday night, last night, unleashed a 9th straight night of punishing aerial strikes on Iran, seeking to degrade Tehran's military capabilities after its attacks on American troops and ships in the Strait of Hormuz. You can see here the headlines: U.S. hits Iran for the 9th consecutive night as American casualties rise. You can see this coming out yesterday, July 19th, and coming out today. Expansion of U.S. strikes on Iran leads to more retaliation across the Gulf, as we're hearing Iran is hitting back. They're hitting U.S. military bases and assets all throughout the Middle Eastern region. And we have actually seen another soldier killed, identified in attacks that took place this weekend. As take a look, the U.S. military identifies 2 soldiers killed during the Iranian strikes in Jordan, and we're hearing another one has been identified and killed as well. So there has been a lot going on, but we're hearing this is going to full-scale, all-out war. Building news coming out in the past couple of hours today, July 20th, 2026, as we're hearing that.
So there you have it. Full-scale war is imminent. Okay?
The president of Iran has
Full-scale
announced
war. All right? And we told you so. We told you this was going to come to
full-scale
this.
war is about to take place. It's about to be underway.
Salakia. But we told you this would happen. And the markets are going to crash eventually because of it. All right? Okay? All right? So just prepare yourself spiritually. All right? Let's go to Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 1. It says, "Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me." All right, so you need to take the counsel of the Lord through the men of the Lord. Okay, all right, and of course they're reading from the Bible. They're giving you the understanding of the Bible, and that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit. Okay, let me read that again. "Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. They'll walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked in my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt." So a lot of people think that things are going to return back to normal. All right, they trust in the shadow of Egypt. Modern day Egypt is America. All right, it's just another similitude of the Lord. The Lord views all of these empires and nations, all right, are the same, as the same reincarnated people. So they would actually be the same way. So he views America as another Egypt, another Sodom, and another Babylon, because that's what the Edomites brought to America. All right, the same ways. Okay, all right. Okay, they had the nation of Israel in bondage. They approved same-sex marriage. Okay, you see that, Sodomites. Okay, so they did the same in Babylon. They brought the same sorcery and witchcraft. Okay, okay. So I just thought that I would bring that out. I'm not going to read too many scriptures on this lesson. I'm just letting you know that we told you. Okay, full-scale war imminent. Shalom.